Many local governments have started using their ticketing and court systems to treat residents like ATMs. Some cities have even farmed this out to a private law firm that makes money off of the practice. We're here in Indio, California. This beautiful house is a rental property owned by a woman named Ramona Morales. Ramona worked for years selling Avon products and as a housekeeper to save up enough money to buy her first rental property. Recently, one of Ramona's tenants started keeping chickens and a rooster in the backyard, which was illegal in the city of Indio. Ramona learned about the birds when she received a warning from an Indio code enforcement officer. So Ramona, is this where the chicken coop was?
Yes, they were from here, about here.
After finally convincing her tenant to remove the rooster, she thought the issue was resolved.
Then when the law enforcement came again, they found out that they still here, and that's when I got in trouble.
So you got the ticket for the
Yes,
chickens. Ramona was criminally prosecuted because of the chickens. She pleaded guilty and paid a $225 fine. That should have been the end of it. But almost a year later, she got a bill in the mail for over $3,000. The new bill didn't come from the city. Rather, it came from a private law firm called Silver and Wright that the city had hired to criminally prosecute people for housing code violations. Indio is one of dozens of cities in California that have hired them in the past few years. Their hourly rates range from $100 to $200 per hour. Why would cities agree to hire an expensive private law firm to handle routine cases? Silver and Wright advertises their services as cost neutral or even revenue producing. That's because they collect their fees from the people they prosecute. Many months after the case has ended, Silver and Wright will send the defendant a bill demanding that the defendant pay all of Silver and Wright's hourly legal fees associated with the case. These bills can run into the tens of thousands of dollars. Ramona challenged the fees in an administrative hearing, but that only resulted in another bill from Silver and Wright for nearly as much as the first. In the end, she paid Silver and Wright almost $6,000. The cases Silver and Wright handles are not complicated. Most defendants plead guilty, and the firm actually reuses the same boilerplate language in many of its legal filings.
I was surprised because I thought it only happened to me, but when I see those, it happened to a lot of people, and it's not right.
The Institute for Justice has seen similar cases around the country.
We call it policing for profit. Sometimes it's civil forfeiture, other times it's abusive fines and fees for minor code violations. But the common thread is that the government is using the criminal justice system to raise revenue instead of it neutrally administering justice.
This scam is illegal. The Constitution requires that prosecutors be neutral and not motivated by financial gain. That's why the Institute for Justice is filing a petition on behalf of Ramona and others in her situation, asking the court to vacate their convictions. When Ramona pleaded guilty, she had no idea that her prosecutor had a personal financial stake in her case, and that he would later ask her to pay his hourly rates.
I never do nothing wrong. I teach my children to do nothing wrong. They're not, and doing this to me was something they're not supposed to be here in America. Abuse that kind.
Citizens have a right to neutral judges and neutral prosecutors, not ones that have a financial stake in obtaining their conviction.
To learn how you can help Ramona and other victims of policing for profit, visit ij.org, and please share this story.